This is problem 8.12 from Brigham and Houston's Fundamentals of Financial Management, Concise 9th edition. Here we have to wade through some of the notation they use in the textbook, which I don't reproduce here, but we understand the concepts already. The risk-free rate is given to us. We need to calculate the risk premium, and then the required rate of return will be the sum of those two numbers. If I start with the market, and then I want to calculate these numbers for stock I. Alright, gives me the risk-free rate, that's at RRF, risk, the return, and then the subscript RF in the textbook, that means risk-free. The risk-free rate's 4%, and that's the same for both stock I and the average stock in the stock market. If the total return in the stock market is 10%, and that's that R for return for the market is 10%, that means that the risk premium for the average share of stock is 6%. And I'm told that the beta for stock I is 1.4, so its risk premium would be 6 times 1.4. Its risk premium is 8.4%. So if I wanted to know the total return for stock I, it's just the sum of its risk-free rate and its risk premium. All right, 12.4%. All right, so that answers A. Now suppose that the risk-free rate increases to 5%. Okay, well, if that's 5%, all right, if that goes to 5%, then this will get larger. So that increase in the risk-free rate increases both the market and stock I. However, the slope remains constant. That means you have the same in here. Suppose that risk-free rate increases to 5. The slope of the security market line equation remains constant. That means you hadn't had any change in the risk premium. So it doesn't affect the risky portion. It only affected the intercept. And then what would happen if it decreases to 3? Then it'd go down for both of them by the same amount. Okay? But changes in the risk-free rate given in this problem are not affecting the risk premium or not affecting the betas. All right, now we get to part C. Now assume that the risk-free rate remains at 4, but the market risk premium increases to 12, or I'm sorry, not the market risk premium, the total return in the stock market increases to 12, which means that the risk-free rate, or the risk premium is the part that increased. So if this increases to 12, that means that the risk premium increased by from 6% to 2%. Or if it falls so that the total return drops to 9%, changes in the risk premium also affect the risk premium for stock I, because whatever the market risk premium is, stock I's risk premium is 1.4 times that much. And how would these affect the returns? Okay, well, if you look at the change, oops, wrong direction. We could see that the change is in the total risk premium. Stock I's risk premium increases, and if we look going from here to here, the total change would be the 2% difference from the change in the risk premium, theirs is going to go up by 1.4 times that much. All right. So pretty mechanical stuff, and that's the security market line equation. There's a lot of assumptions that go into here about what changes and what holds constant when you see changes in there. Generally speaking, if you see a change in the risk-free rate and it's a large change, you're going to see a change in risk premiums as well, because one typically doesn't make a large change without the other. But that's what makes it interesting, in trying to figure out which parts have changed and which parts have changed more. That's part of corporate finance.